If you've been paying attention to wearable technology lately, you've probably noticed a new category starting to grow pretty quickly: smart rings. And one of the devices getting a lot of attention right now is the RingConn Gen 2 Air. The idea behind a smart ring is simple. Instead of wearing a smartwatch or fitness tracker on your wrist, you wear a lightweight ring that tracks your health and activity throughout the day. That sounds convenient, but it also raises an obvious question. Can a tiny ring really replace the health tracking features of a smartwatch? Let's break down what the RingConn Gen 2 Air actually does and whether it's worth considering. First, design and comfort. One of the biggest advantages of a smart ring is how subtle it is. The RingConn Gen 2 Air is small, lightweight, and easy to forget you're even wearing. Unlike a smartwatch, it doesn't add bulk to your wrist or get in the way when you're sleeping, working, or exercising. That's a big deal for people who don't like wearing watches 24/7. The design is sleek and minimal. It looks more like a normal piece of jewelry than a piece of technology. That makes it easy to wear in almost any situation without drawing attention. Now let's talk about what it actually tracks. The RingConn Gen 2 Air focuses heavily on health monitoring rather than notifications or apps. This is not meant to be a tiny smartwatch. Instead, it tracks key metrics that help you understand how your body is performing. One of the main features is sleep tracking, and this is where smart rings often outperform wrist wearables. Because the sensors sit against the finger, where blood flow signals are stronger, they can often capture more accurate readings for things like heart rate variability and sleep stages. The RingConn Gen 2 Air monitors sleep duration, sleep stages, and overall sleep quality. Over time, the app provides insights into patterns that might affect your recovery and energy levels. For people focused on improving sleep quality, this kind of tracking can be surprisingly useful. Another important metric the ring tracks is heart rate and heart rate variability. Heart rate variability, or HRV, is often used as an indicator of recovery and stress. If your HRV is lower than usual, it can suggest your body is under strain from training, lack of sleep, illness, or stress. By monitoring HRV trends over time, the ring can help you understand when your body might need more rest. The RingConn Gen 2 Air also tracks blood oxygen levels, which can provide additional insights during sleep. While it's not a medical diagnostic tool, it can help highlight potential issues like poor sleep quality or irregular breathing patterns. Activity tracking is included as well. The ring tracks daily steps, movement, and general activity levels throughout the day. However, it's important to understand that smart rings are not designed to replace advanced sports watches. You won't get detailed workout metrics, GPS tracking, or complex training analysis. Instead, the focus is on overall lifestyle and health monitoring. Now let's talk about battery life. Battery performance is another major advantage of smart rings. Because there's no large display draining power, the RingConn Gen 2 Air can run for multiple days on a single charge. Depending on usage, you can expect several days of battery life before needing to recharge. Charging is simple and quick. Most people find they only need to recharge the ring once or twice a week, which is significantly less frequent than many smartwatches. Now let's talk about the companion app. The RingConn app is where all the data comes together. It displays sleep insights, recovery metrics, activity tracking, and long-term health trends. The interface is designed to be easy to understand. Instead of overwhelming you with dozens of raw numbers, it focuses on clear summaries and trends. This makes it accessible even if you're new to health tracking. One thing people often wonder about is accuracy. Because the sensors sit on your finger, smart rings can capture certain physiological signals more consistently than wrist-based wearables. That doesn't mean they're perfect, but in areas like sleep tracking and resting heart rate, many users report reliable data. Now let's talk about comfort and daily usability. Because the RingConn Gen 2 Air is lightweight and compact, you don't notice it much after the first day or two. That's actually a huge advantage compared to bulky devices. When you're sleeping, typing, working, or exercising lightly, the ring stays out of the way. This is one of the reasons smart rings are becoming popular with people who want passive health tracking without constantly interacting with a screen. Now let's be honest about limitations. The RingConn Gen 2 Air does not replace a smartwatch. There are no notifications on the Ring itself. There's no GPS tracking. There's no music control or apps. If you want a wearable that acts like a mini phone on your wrist, this is not the right device. But that's not what smart rings are designed for. They're designed for passive health tracking, collecting data quietly in the background without requiring constant interaction. Another limitation is workout tracking. While the Ring records activity levels, athletes who need detailed workout metrics may still prefer a sports watch. Now let's talk about who this device is really for. If you want a simple way to monitor sleep, recovery, heart rate, and general activity without wearing a watch, this is a strong option. If you dislike bulky wearables but still want health data, a smart ring makes sense. If you already wear a sports watch during workouts but want something smaller for 24-hour health monitoring, this can complement that setup. And if you're someone interested in improving sleep or understanding recovery patterns, the data can be surprisingly helpful. At the end of the day, the RingConn Gen 2 Air represents a different philosophy of wearable technology. Instead of giving you constant notifications and distractions, it focuses on collecting health data quietly in the background. That approach won't appeal to everyone, but for people who want simple, comfortable health tracking without wearing a watch all day, it's a very interesting option. Prices fluctuate frequently depending on size and availability, so check the link below to see the current deal. If the idea of a lightweight wearable that tracks your health without taking over your wrist sounds appealing, the RingConn Gen 2 Air is definitely worth a closer look.